Streaming and everything is working. Good. Okay.
Now, a Hutch's weather update with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson, brought to you by Robert Gibb and Sons.
Hello, everybody. Meteorologist Hutch Johnson joining you on this Memorial Day. I hope your day was very pleasant and you enjoyed your holiday weekend as we kind of kick off the summer season with some wild weather indeed. In this video update, we're going to show you some video shared by folks like you of funnel clouds on this Memorial Day, some hail on this Memorial Day. We're going to go over your forecast and, of course, as always, answer your questions. But first, a word from my sponsors. Check out this. We've had a lot of rain, and Hutch's sump pump has been working overtime. Has yours? Well, my friends at Robert Gibb and Sons do have a sump pump replacement special available through June 30th. So act quickly. Get that sump pump system inspected for a fee of $135. This fee is fully waived with the replacement of your sump pump costing $550. Call them today, ask for the details, tell them Hutch sent you. Now let's talk a little bit about our weather. Here is a look at rainfall for the region today. We're going to start quickly with that, and then we're going to get to some fun video you shared. Most of the rainfall today in the eastern third of North Dakota, you can see up here, basically in Grand Forks County, we had some areas with over a half of an inch of rain, and Grand Forks itself 32/100. Central Grand Forks County, though, anywhere from a half of an inch to 3/4 of an inch. Things a little quieter and drier today across portions of the Interstate 94 corridor. You see the Jamestown area with the 0.11 there. That's here. Fargo with 0.22 as we double up Jamestown on moisture today. And we did see 56/100ths in northern Cass as we look down to the south. Richland County with a 1/4 of an inch of rain and closer to 4/10 in northern Wilkin County for today. Looking out in the Lakes Country, 1/4 inch in and around Fergus Falls and central Otter Tail County. Perham, a 1/4 of an inch, but up to the north in northwest Minnesota, lower amounts there. Lower amounts in the Cheyenne River Valley as well. That's the rain that has happened today. Check this out. Now, this is one of the highlights of today. Yeah, this is amazing video sent by Roy. Roy, thank you so very, very much for taking the time to not only shoot this, but share this. This was this day around noon and in the area just off to the east of Thief River Falls. Roy reported and shared this funnel video with me. Here we go. Let's go ahead and take a look at that right now. Here it is as we take a look at the skies. He's cruising around and off to the right. There it is. Look at that. Okay. Notice the very flat base of this thunderstorm. There was spin in the lower atmosphere today and just enough uplift in the storms to create that spin to be stretched down into that vertical direction. But one of the things to note about Roy's video there, and I'll play it one more time, is the very flat base around the funnel cloud right there. So a lot of times the stronger, more intense tornadoes are associated with what we call a wall cloud. And the fact that this is just a flat surface that this is coming from is more indicative of a weaker type rope tornado or funnel. So even if this touched down, I can't say there would be zero damage. That's just not the case. Even these types of tornadoes can produce ridiculous winds, but they're definitely not the ones that often make their way all the way down to the ground. Another thing to note, Roy, you didn't know you captured such a great video here. It has a pretty high base. So that vortex there, that spinning column of air would have a long ways to make it down to the ground, which isn't very likely. Hey, Miranda, you actually captured a sight of this as well. This happened right at 12:28, so just a pinch later. And this is a very cool picture here because you can actually see inside of this funnel. And a funnel cloud, as I zoom this in just a little bit and recenter the shot for you, look at this little translucent part in the center of a funnel cloud. A funnel cloud is a cloud, and there's lowered pressure inside this vortex here, or inside that spinning column of air. And that causes the air to cool, and that can cause it to create a cloud. So that's what allows us to see this tightly spinning column of air called a funnel cloud. So Miranda, thank you so much for this awesome picture. You can once again see a very flat base. There's not that lowering of the cloud cloud base called a wall cloud around it, and you got this skinny rope-shaped tornado that would have, or funnel, I should say, that would have a long ways to make it down to the ground. These can and sometimes do make contact with the ground. The risk with these type of storms is if it hits somewhere that's populated, if it hits something, it can cause some damage and it can be very destructive, no question about it. But these types of tornadoes are not the ones that typically flatten entire well-built structures that are anchored to the ground. That's one of the reasons why we tell you to take structures in those types of structures indeed. All right, if you're ready for it, I'm going to reset this view here just one moment while we go ahead and take a look at another type of weather that was recorded today. This from Kenny, and this was in the Devil's Lake Basin. Ready? Let's go to the video right now. Here it is. This is some hail. Hail on the deck out there falling. And again, asking Kenny, where was this at? And he said it basically is in that St. Michael area, and the largest size was about pea-size hail. So nothing seriously damaging there, but certainly an addition to the wet and stormy weather we have had here in the northern plains of late. So, number one, thank all of you for sharing your videos and photos with Hutch. Thank all of you for taking the time to upload them and share your reports, answering my questions. And again, thank you for your permission to use them. Now, let's take a look at what's going on right now, and I'm going to get checked in with you to see what we got on. Who's on board? Cheryl, good to have you on from the Park Rapids area. And Stephen, good to see you as well. Thank you so very much. I hope everybody's enjoying some, well, better weather. We still have flood warnings. Let's get to the latest. Let's look at that radar. Here is what's going on right now. Bemidji, we have showers, and these showers have been drifting off to the east throughout the day. These are some of the same systems that brought some of those spinning clouds in the earlier part of the day, but they are now making their way through northern Clearwater County and kind of focusing on Lake Bemidji and the Bemidji area, Black Duck, all the way up towards 10 Strike there. We're seeing some of those later showers working their way in. So that is a look at what we have here. Let's see what we got just to the north and west of Fargo. A little bit of an upset stomach kind of weather here heading into the Mapleton area. I'm going to decrease the number of frames we're looking at here and just go to about 40 minutes worth. So these are moving almost due north to south, just a little bit of a easterly trajectory to a Mapleton. You're right in the track of a little heavier shower. Now, in the southern Red River Valley, the Red River and also the Buffalo River are active with flood warnings, 64 degrees at the Hector International Airport. Newer warnings for the Red River at Grand Forks and Grand Forks County in Polk County for some rising waters there. So taking a look at the flood warnings that we have going on there, again, the Red River of the North, it's taking place up there, and we do have some high water there with that stage expected to reach upwards of, at Grand Forks, 25.5 feet. Bank full stage is 28 feet. So rising waters in the northern Red River Valley. Whoopsie, I'm flying all around the screen here. I'm sorry about that. I grabbed the wrong screen. So that is what we're looking at with regards to flood warnings. The flood warning has also been extended up a little bit farther to the north here. As we zoom in on this, you can see that the flood warning here, oh, let me see, I think I got the wrong one. That's not Dilworth. Let's take a look at this one, is for the Polk County area as well as Marshall County up to the north. And some basically moderate flooding is expected in and around that troubled area near Oslo. So moderate flooding, what does that mean? That means a stage of about 22.3 feet is what it was at. The forecast is for 26 feet as we go into Friday morning, giving you a little bit of time on that. Hi, Mary. Thank you so much for joining from Thompson up there. A little bit of rising waters for you out there over the Thompson Bridge, likely. Let's take a look at the rain showers taking place out a little farther to the west, Carrington, the Highway 200 corridor, and we're also seeing some of those showers heading in towards Valley City. Nothing severe is expected tonight, and in fact, I do expect them to kind of wane a little bit in the overnight hours. Let's get right to the forecast. To do that, I'm going to show you model guidance. So let's go and take a look at that as we go through. Now, the model guidance will give us an idea here as this uploads. It'll take just a second for this to upload. How things change overnight. Some of us will be dealing with a few showers as we go into the morning hours here. Let me see. I'll go back to the most recent model that goes out a full 48 hours or so, and here we go. Okay, so what we're going to notice about the forecast as we head in towards 5 a.m. is that the showers that we see in the Highway 200 corridor race down into southeast North Dakota, and the model shows them intensifying just a pinch as they get in toward the Sisseton Hills. That could be the case. So the best chance at rain in the overnight hours towards the wee hours of the morning will be down to the south. Stepping in time, those will move off to the east, and the best chance of any sprinkles in the morning morning hours as you're rising and shining will be in our central Minnesota counties. We cannot rule out a spit up near Winkler, maybe some spotty sprinkles. With passing clouds, it's not going to be all cloudy everywhere. The best chance of cloudy skies to start the day will be off to the east. Heading through the day, we're going to notice a pretty brisk north wind, and that wind will bring popcorn showers and thunder showers again for tomorrow. And a similar setup to today, where there's going to be a little bit of spin in the atmosphere, and because of that, there could be a funnel cloud from the bottom of a couple of these out in the Arrowhead of Minnesota will be the best chance. I think for us, at best, the chance will be spotty, and the best chance will be east of the Red River. Hey, John, good to see you. Can you give us a couple days without rain? No kidding. It has been unbelievable. And again, no lying. Hutch's sump pump has been going overtime here, trying to keep up with the water in and around the FM area. So that's a look at our forecast right now. Here's a tail of the tape with a look at your numbers. This is what it means for you and in your hometown first thing in the morning. 48 is great in Fargo, 46 Grand Forks, 45 up in Thief River Falls, Bemidji, 47 for you. Closer to 50 degrees in our southeast counties. That's where we'll have that better chance of some morning showers. Wind won't be too strong early, and it will be strongest to the east, around 10 to 15 miles per hour for some of you. Closer to calm out to the west with decreasing clouds in central parts of North Dakota. So for Fargo, what does it mean? Here's your forecast summarized. The temperature 48 is great. Look at that sunset time. Wow, 9:11, 5:39. All right, that's a pretty early sunrise as well. Increasing wind and decreasing clouds throughout the day. Here's a look at your hometown forecast. As we go into the afternoon, the wind picks up from the north-northwest. The coolest weather will be across Minnesota, closer to the upper 50s to around 60 degrees in Bemidji, in Wadena, 63. We could see those passing clouds and showers that from time to time bring a quick, fast-moving hit of showery rain. I don't expect severe weather, but again, we could see a couple of spin-up type funnel systems in parts of the Arrowhead of Minnesota, 65 degrees or so. As we go out toward the central Dakotas, it's kissing 70 degrees. More sunshine to the west and a few more clouds to the east with a better chance of a couple of sprinkles in the forecast. Terry, thank you for your request. It's an all-request Memorial Day today as far as the weather goes. You know I can't do much about it, but I'll sure give it my best. Thank you so much, Rebecca Am, for sharing stars. Here's the forecast for Fargo summarized, 62 degrees. Sunset, again, 9/11. 97, the record high. And as we take a look at your forecast, notice the wind speeds increasing a bit. Generally 10 to 15 miles per hour for most of the day with a few gusts around 20 miles per hour. Notice that cooler than average temperature around those low to mid 60s tomorrow in the FM area. Planning forecast as we go out through the close of the month of May and we head into June. Look at this. We're ramping temperatures up. Tomorrow, the coolest of the next 7 days, the way it looks right now. With those temperatures rising into the low to mid 70s throughout, we'll kiss 80 degrees. Here are the next chances of rain. So, John, I can tell you, we do have more rain shower chances in the forecast tomorrow. They're spits and hit and miss at best. Then a little breezy south wind helps to dry things out just a touch as temperatures rise towards 70. Thursday brings a very good chance of some scattered showers of rain as we work our way through. And the rain will be a little bit more widespread, but at this time, it doesn't look like widespread severe to Hutch, so keep that in mind. After that, isolated into the weekend as temperatures climb to near 80, and then we have a chance for some stronger thunderstorm potential with the heat, the humidity, and there could be some strong thunderstorms into Sunday. But let me go ahead and go back to the model guidance just to give you a quick idea of Thursday. Here you go with some bonus coverage as we let this load up. Here it goes. Now, as we go through the work week, the date on Thursday is the 30th. So watch the date above. Here's 2 a.m. on the 29th. Things fairly quiet. And then shazam, out from the west comes a linear system, a straight line, a cold front working its way through. These linear systems, while they can bring severe weather, are not necessarily the best for bringing widespread tornadic activity. But notice we'll have some widespread showers and storms in the midday hours here. As we go into the afternoon is the best time for the energy in the atmosphere to possibly produce some more strong thunderstorms. That will take place in Minnesota. Hutch will keep you advised of all of that. Thank you for trusting me with your weather right here on Hutch's Weather. That's a look at your Memorial Day update for this, Monday night, as we remember those who have made the ultimate sacrifice for our country. thoughts and prayers with those of you who have family members who have served and given the ultimate sacrifice. And again, thanks to all of you who do serve. All right, let's get right into the next week's forecast. I appreciate you tuning in throughout the week right here on Hutch's Weather. Have a wonderful